Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. How are you guys doing today? So my name is Francine and I'm coming here on this channel, this platform, to do another celebrity tarot reading for you guys. So I feel like this card is significant, so we're just gonna keep shuffling and we're gonna talk about Joe Alwyn. So I hope I'm saying his name correctly, at least like with the A, Alwyn or Alwyn. I wanna make sure that's correct. So if you know, please let me know. But I wanna touch base with him. How is he doing? How are things going for him? I wanna look at how he's doing in general, how he's doing since the breakup with Taylor Swift a bit ago. I feel like this has been a very highly requested reading, and I feel like there has been enough time in between, so I feel like I need to touch base on his information, his insight, his energy. I'm just gonna see if I can turn this off, this beeping. I hope that worked. Okay, so we're gonna look into everything as much as we can, because I feel like if I did everything it would take forever. We're gonna look at how he's been doing since the breakup in a separate spread. It's gonna be called the Healing Heart Breakup Spread. It's actually one I found online, so kudos to whoever created this spread. It was Backyard Banshee. So if you ever come across that person, they have some spreads online. So we're going to do that, but we're going to touch base also on how he's doing overall. So let's look at how he feels overall. Okay, how does Joe Alwyn feel? Okay, overall energies. So we already have 3 cards. First card we have here is the Ace of Cups. He's feeling a lot of passion. He has a lot of inspiration right now. So he's feeling inspired. He's feeling full of really a lot of love. He has a lot of love to give. He's very open, because when you see this person's hand, their hands are outstretched with that cup and it's overflowing. His love is not just, just enough. It's more than that. So he's trying to just express that love. It could be through projects. It could be through his career. It could be through his passions, his friendships, people around him really resonating with him. And I saw 222. So I feel like the number 2 is significant to Joe's life. Okay, and I feel like I need to look at the under the deck to see what that's all about. So beautiful so far, right? Let's just keep it going. So we have that Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the 6 of Pentacles. This is about balance, give and take. He's looking for reciprocity in his relationships, whether that be family relationships. And I'm hearing family boundaries, like boundaries with his family is very significant. He's trying to make sure that he's receiving something for what he gives. Not in a sense where he's not willing to love or to share with people, but more so he's recognizing when he's giving too much. And he's learning how to balance that out. Because I feel like that was a source of contention for him in the past with the 8 of Swords. He felt like stuck in his head about how to give to people, because he felt like he had to restrict himself in order to be respected, restrict himself to prevent other people from using or abusing him. We have the Knight of Swords. But he's also trying to be very careful with how he conveys what he's going through in the media. So I'm getting the energy also that coming into this reading that he feels like he needs to be careful with what he says, and he's very nervous or tries to tiptoe around the media. He feels like he has to know what to say, and if he doesn't, people will put words into his mouth is what I'm hearing. So it feels like he has to be careful with his words a lot more. So that's coming through. This is the overall energy, right? So let's get into the other 2 cards. How is he doing? Queen of Wands. Wow. And I'm hearing the love is still there. So I'm already getting the energy for the reading for Taylor in regards to how he's been doing since the breakup. He still has a lot of love for her, a lot of care. He really cares about her deeply. And I feel like that's coming through in this reading because this card is Sagittarius energy. It could mean, Sagittarius meaning this season because we're in that sign. But it also feels like her. I'm just getting that outright. Let's see what else is coming through. Page of Pentacles, friendship. So I feel like he's really happy where he's at right now, currently, without Taylor. It seems as though he's coming from a place of friendship, a place of, I see what we had, and he's respecting what they had. Because the Page of Pentacles energy is someone who's willing to work on something, meaning they're not going to abandon the project, they're not going to run away. So he's not running away from Taylor at all. So when he took time and his hiatus away is what I'm aware of. when he took some time away from the media, you know, time away from kind of highlighting or talking about what happened, you know, just focusing on himself, I feel like he really had something to work with. Like he was able to get the bandwidth to deal with whatever people would try to throw at him or talk to him about. And I feel like he's willing to work on a friendship or work on some stable foundation with her. Feels very friendly though. Okay, so that's good. That's something, right? Let's keep going. So Spirit, let's see first, what does he need to let go of with regards to Taylor? What does he need to let go of with regards to Taylor Swift? Please assist us, Spirit Team of Taylor Swift, ancestors, and Spirit Team that love Taylor, that are here for her highest good. Please assist me as well as my Spirit Team on understanding. Also, Joe Alwyn's. I feel like Taylor Swift's team is here. They've been very vocal in my readings, and I feel like I had to respect them a month ago and not talk to them for a bit because they felt really tired of people tapping into them. So they feel like they're here, they're ready to talk again. So please help me understand what Joe Alwyn's Spirit Team is saying, Spirit, as well. So we're gonna have Joe and Taylor coming through. What does Joe need to let go of? I'm hearing his pride. When he has money, he feels good about himself, or he feels like really stable. There's something about him needing stability, needing to feel like he has the money, he has the resources. I feel like he's so used to being surrounded by love, surrounded by friends, surrounded by family, surrounded by like a partner, that I feel like he just needs to let go of that feeling of, it's like he needs to let go of feeling like he has to have everything. I'm feeling a greedy energy here. I'm not saying that like at the root of his character, Joe is greedy. That's not at all what I'm saying. It's more so that he finds his comfort and finds his peace. He finds his peace, his stability in having more than enough. More than enough is always going to be what's. It's like, even if he has just enough to get by, it's not enough for him. So there's something about him needing to let go of having some claim to Taylor. Because this is in regards, this spread that I'm doing now is in regards to Taylor and their breakup. So he needs to be careful and wary of just trying to hold on to her in some way energetically. I'm hearing wannabe. Like, interesting. I'm getting the energy of like, you know, when you have like a title or you have like something in name only, but like no one has to know about it, you're just a benefactor. I'm feeling that energy of like around with regards to Taylor. Like he still feels like he energetically has something over her or some power. We have the Two of Swords coming through. He needs to let go of any indecisiveness. What does he need to let go of, Spirit? The Empress. Interesting. He needs to let go of trying to find someone. Like it's like the energy of trying to find someone that fits the mold for you. I feel like he tried to find something he tried to find something in Taylor, but that wasn't all of what Taylor was. And I feel like he became indecisive about it. Please help me understand this. Please continue, Spirit Team. What does he need to let go of here? Yeah, he's very like, I'm hearing independent, but what I'm hearing also is that he really wants to settle down and be with someone long term. And I think he tried to force this energy in with regards to the relationship. He needs to let go of trying to like keep people. Three of Swords. What I'm hearing is that he holds on to things, like I said, right? With regards to having a lot of material wealth, a lot of emotional wealth, right? Having a lot of friends, family, loved ones around you. I feel like when he loves someone, he wants to keep you close. He wants to keep you near. And even if it doesn't work out, he wants to have you. It's like a feeling of like possessiveness that I'm getting in this reading. And it feels like he just wanted to have some energetic claim to Taylor, but he feels really, it's holding him back. He needs to address this completely. I feel like he's addressed it in some way, because we also have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is usually like a maternal energy. It's like a generous energy as well. There's a lot of love in this. Wow, look at this, guys. The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. So we have the King and the Queen. He needs to stop hoping for her to talk to him, like hoping for her to reach out to him. I feel like he's hoping for her to show that she still cares or still loves him in some way. Because look at this, just look at this picture for me. And look at what you see. What do you see, collective, when you look at this? When I get it right, of course. What do you see? I feel like it's better this way because I feel like the, what is it called? It's just, with the camera, it's backwards. This is what I was looking at. This looks like someone that's trying to ask for someone, like a messenger. Hey, can you run an errand for me and get this message out to the Queen? Please get this out to the Queen. And the Knight of Cups in the middle is like, okay, I'm going to her. And she receives it, but look at her face. Is this it? I feel like he's trying to send love her way, even if it's energetically. It doesn't have to be like a letter, but I feel like there was a note or some letter that was given to her from him. And he tried to send that in love to her, but I don't know if she received it or thought fondly enough of it. I feel like he was expecting a response or something, expecting some kind of note or some message to come through. And this was definitely done in secret. This was something that they were able to conceal. We have the Ace of Pentacles and we also have the Fool. I'm hearing restriction. I feel like he feels the restriction between the two of them. And he's trying to offer like this opportunity, like, hey, everything's good. We're all good now. Let's start fresh with the Fool. So I'm just getting the energy like he tried to confirm to her, like, hey, we're good. You know, everything's okay. And I feel like he needs to let go of trying to make it known that he still wants something with her. Like he still is hoping for something with her, friendship, anything. Just getting the energy of him wanting to continue to hold on to her. He does not like having enemies. And I mean, I know most people, right, would say, who likes having enemies? But some people like that. I don't get that from him. I feel like he doesn't know what she feels or thinks truly anymore. And I feel like he doesn't want her to think that he's a bad guy or to talk about him as a bad guy. Or he's trying to cover his bases in a way because the Emperor energy tells me he wants to be in control. So he's feeling a little bit like he wants to control and possess some aspect of Taylor. And he's still holding on to some idea of Taylor. Now, if that idea is truly her, I would say no, because I feel like we'll see what her energy is like in the end. But yeah, I feel like he's just holding on to something with regards to her, of course, with what he needs to let go. He needs to allow himself to communicate. It's like not communicating with the expectation of holding on to something. I feel like he's energetically really drawing on her energy. It's really interesting. So let's get a Wisdom of the Oracle card for that. I'm hearing June. I don't know what June has to do with anything. Something happening in June. What does Joe Alwyn need to let go of, Spirit Team? We have one card. All that glitters. I feel like he had a mask. He saw Taylor with a mask. Like he really did not really get her in some respects very deeply. I feel like he has to take the blinders off and take off all the glittery, masks that was there with regards to their relationship. I feel like the tower fell. And I almost said before they passed away. I feel like the idea that they have of each other is wrong. I feel like specifically on Joe's side, his perception of Taylor is wrong. I feel like he sees something about her that's not really there anymore. Or if it was even there, I don't even know if it was there. He saw something in her. And I'm seeing the word albatross, which is a type of bird. I don't know why that's coming through. We also have fork in the road. Number 13 and 16 are here. 29. Yeah, today's the 29th. Both of these numbers add up to 29. So there's something specific about the 29th. But I feel like there's a reason why I had this desire to do this reading today. I feel like people were telling me, like viewers and subscribers were mentioning him to me for a reason, and today felt right. He has an advantage because it's so interesting. His ignorance of something about her is really what's making this hard for him to let go of. He needs to let himself see her for who she is, and he has to be flexible with her. Like if she's not willing to do certain things now because they're not together, he has to be willing to accept that emotionally and not try to hold on to her energy. I feel like he's energetically tying himself to her still, and I don't know why it's him. Like I thought, of course you never know, but I feel like that energy of him pulling her in, trying to pull her in some way. He has to come at a crossroads and just come to the understanding. Yeah, look at this. Be bold and make the first move. He's been feeling, I'm hearing he's been skating over the idea of reaching out to her. And I don't know why, I just saw like the LOL, like he says LOL a lot when he's actually feeling pretty like shitty or feeling pretty stiff or feeling pretty uncomfortable. For some reason, he uses LOL. Conclusions are within reach. I feel like conclusions are going to happen, but I feel like he's trying to prevent the conclusion. He worries about her safety. He asks, are you okay? He has to trust the divine more and not just kind of feel like he has to rush in like the emperor. He's very protective of her. He wants to be there for her in some capacity, even if he's not with her. And I'm seeing Navidad, like for Christmas. I feel like specifically in Christmas time, he might try to call her. I'm getting notice. Like either he's saying notice me or he's gonna give her some notice about something. And I'm hearing minion, so I don't know who this is, this minion. I feel like he has a minion or someone he calls lovingly a minion, or someone that like acts for him on his behalf, sends a letter to and fro, like goes and travels and tries to talk to her about stuff so that people don't know. It's something like that is coming through. Very specific energies, all secretive. So conclusions are going to come for this. He's going to have to let go. I feel like it's going to be like a shock for him. But he has to come to this place. He tries too hard to hold on to her in some capacity. How can he heal from this breakup, Spirit? How can Joe Alwyn heal from this breakup? And I heard monogamy. Yeah, they want me to just take these three. We have the way he can heal from this relationship is focusing on his work. Focusing on his own joy, like being his own, force of nature is what they're telling me. Like being a force of nature, working hard, resilience, fighting the desire to go back and to retrace his steps. He needs to move forward. He doesn't need to go backwards anymore. Something about him needing to have, like, I'm hearing fiery, like a fiery, like climax, or like letting this all burn out, and not, gazing at it like longingly, wanting to know, wanting to hear, wanting to feel her energy. Because I feel like he recognizes that the energy, he's at a crossroads. I feel like he's already, of course, mentally made the decision to leave, but I feel like emotionally he's still tied to her. I almost feel like they need to do like a cord cutting ritual or something, because I see these cups and I'm feeling like either like it could be either cord cutting, or it can be like just like some ritual with manifestations. I feel like he might be trying to manifest something, not like a resurgence of the relationship, but what I mean is energetically he's trying to keep tabs on her in some way. How can he heal? Another way that he can heal, is there anything else? Yeah, he needs to look forward to the future, to what's coming for him, because he has something great coming for him. He needs to cut and sever ties immediately. He knows this is the truth. He knows that this is what's necessary. And I'm hearing like Alec. For some reason, I'm hearing like Alec Baldwin or something like that. So there's something about that celebrity in particular is coming through. Like maybe his experiences being similar with a breakup, or just getting into acting. I don't know what this could be. He just feels like he needs to have this death and rebirth again. And when I say again, it's like that wasn't even purpose. That feels like that was actually supposed to come through. He's had this happen before with other relationships. I'm hearing Elaine, and I don't know why, if that's someone that he would know, like an Elaine. But he's had relationships in the past that have ended lackluster and like not ended well. And he's been like looking at it like, oh, he's not satisfied because he feels distant, or he doesn't feel like he's respected, doesn't feel like he's a part of their lives anymore. He really doesn't like that, like feeling like out in the cold. And I'm seeing 11:11 on the clock. Yeah, he needs to like walk away completely from people, because I feel like he tends to still try to connect with them or look for them or like watch them from afar, and he feels like he's out in the dark. Okay. What blessings are in these lessons? What blessings are in the lessons that he's having with Taylor's spirit? What blessings? 6 of Cups. And I'm hearing everything for a reason and for a season. So he's just recognizing, the blessing is recognizing that this relationship was for a reason and it was meant for a season. He's also recognizing the nostalgia surrounding the relationship, like feeling so familiar with her. But there's something that he's holding on to with regards to her essence. Like he sees her some way, and I really wonder what he sees that's specific, that it's coming through in this reading. What is he seeing in Taylor specifically that is like a mask, like that's not real, that he believes but it's not truly there? Because I feel like that's, yeah, change in the wind. I feel like she changes so much that he can't keep up with her. He can't keep up with her. And here and now, she's so present. And I feel like he's too nostalgic. You see the 6 of Cups? The blessing is having someone from a past life, or having like this relationship, this connection in the past, this nostalgic relationship with Taylor. But I feel like she is just always poised to move forward. And I feel like he can't keep up. And the blessing is that he got to know that now. He got to figure that out now. And he can relish on that memory of her. But he's kind of stuck in his perception of her in the past. Okay. And it's like almost irrelevant now, if that makes sense. He holds on to things. He's stubborn as hell. He goes where he fancies. I'm hearing where he fancies, like what fancies him. And I feel like he gets stuck in those thought patterns. How should he prioritize focus on himself for self-care? Like what could he focus on? Apart from work, because that's like what we're getting, is to work on himself, work on his craft. We're having a 10 of Pentacles come through in reverse. He needs to start, okay. 10 of Pentacles. Usually the 10 of Pentacles is about family, legacy. I would understand that coming up upright to say, you know, focus on family, like having the family you want, the person you want to have this life with and to share with, you know, expanding on your family and your horizons. He's getting it upside down. He needs to take a moment away from trying to focus on legacy and like having a child, having a marriage, having like anything with anyone else right now. I feel like they're trying to tell him that right now his family is out of order. Something's going on in his life right now that's kind of feeling out of sorts. And I feel like he needs to focus on himself. That's what it's interesting, because everything else is upright. But this is the only one in reverse. So he needs to prioritize himself. Being selfish, being focused, you know, focused on himself and like on his worth and what he wants out of life. And those things will come to him. I feel like he needs to transition and focus on moving out of one energy. And I feel like he needs to work with candles and cups specifically. He'd be really successful if he finds out like that there's like, if he's interested in I'm hearing necromancy. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I feel like he's trying to dig up a dead body in regards to Taylor, and I think he needs to stop trying. I think he needs to like pursue something completely new. I'm just getting new energy. The Hermit is telling me he knows this inside, but he has to let go. He needs to focus on himself, definitely. Let's look at What can he do to move forward in a positive way? What can he do apart from what we just talked about, right? Prioritizing on just himself, not focusing on legacy, focusing on others. He needs to celebrate his wins more as well. He doesn't celebrate quite as much. It's okay to be a princess. I feel like that energy coming through. Like, just because you're a guy doesn't mean that you can't operate in your feminine and your masculine energy. Something about him needing to allow himself to be crowned, or to allow himself to be like treasured. Okay, he needs that. I think we all do. Okay, so let's keep going. I just want to take these back. How can you move forward in a positive way, Spirit? I just keep hearing royal princess. I don't know what that means. If he's gonna like be involved with royalty, or if he just needs to focus on himself and treating himself as royalty. Focusing on his wants more than anything. Page of Gabriel is coming out for what he needs to do to move forward. We have follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Expect a lot of adventure for Joe. Expect him to be going on trips, going out, doing things that are really fun and fulfilling. He's going to be following his passion, and that's what's going to help him move forward. I just feel like it's kind of reiterating the same information that I got earlier. Working on himself, working on his craft, focusing on himself. Queen of Michael says, you know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than your relationships. Legit what I just said. He needs to just focus on himself. Divine guidance. It's divine. He's being divinely guided to look for the meaning in life, to consider an alternative approach than what he expected. Because I feel like he expected by now to be married with kids and to have all these things, or with dogs as well. I'm seeing dogs. And I feel like he needs to just focus in on him, like just him. And it's going to work out in the way it's meant to, and it's not going to look the way he's expecting. Story of our life, right? This is also here, King of Ariel, which is your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. He needs to use his resources wisely. I feel like he felt like he lost his joy. He lost his like luck when they broke up. I feel like, yeah, 10 of Wands, that's very overwhelming energy. It says, ask your angels for helpful people to lighten your load. Working too many hours, trying too hard to please others. He tried too hard to please her towards the end. And I'm hearing rebrand. Like he was trying to constantly like rebrand himself to look differently just so that she would stay with him. Like literally she was not really interested as much in him in certain ways. And he tried to be that for her. He tried to show what she wanted to see. And it wasn't him being true to himself. And that hurts to hear. Yeah. He's meant to be accomplished, continue to be accomplished. He's probably focusing on his resources as well, his finances. I feel like they took a hit in some way recently, but he's focusing on his money. We may not even know about these things. I'm hearing ray as well. And I think of ray of sunshine, ray of light as well. So I feel like he's just needing to just recognize that he needs to focus on his career. Look at that, guys. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. That's the energy of higher level learning, hierarchy. That's like knowing your place in the world and of holding on or continuing to advance with your place in the world. That's going to be what helps him move forward in a positive way. He needs to get out of this indecisiveness about it and trying to cling on to her energetically. He may not physically seem like he's doing it, but he's definitely energetically coming up in this reading, and it's overwhelming him. It's really not feeling good to him. So let's get into what is his trajectory? What is his trajectory, Spirit, with regards to the breakup? We have the Six of Wands in reverse, coming into a lot of success. We have the Devil. We have the Seven of Wands, the Moon, and the Nine of Pentacles. Expect him to feel like he's going to have to stand his ground with regards to love. I feel like someone's going to try to come in. Something very tempting or something very alluring or something very toxic is going to try to hold him. hold him back. But he's going to get out of it, okay? So you guys are going to hear in the news, he's still mending. He's going to experience someone or some temptation that's going to hit him. And I'm hearing in March of next year. And he's going to be asking the question, like, why is this happening to me? Didn't I already find my joy elsewhere? Like, why do I have to deal with this? We have mending coming out. So he's mending something. And this is just a way for him to prepare, like to usually when things like stressors or like temptations come into your life, it's to solidify what you learned about them. So he needs to learn some lessons about it. And I feel like, is this with regards to, is this with regards to Taylor? Someone's going to say something that's going to really confuse the hell out of him. And he's going to be like, what do you mean by that? And it's like, hope is going to enter his heart of thinking that this person, and I feel like it's Taylor, likes or still thinks of him, like, and he's going to start to have that pull at his heartstrings, and that's going to be what really gets him in a pickle, because he's going to feel like he has hope for the future that they might end up together again or something along those lines. And I'm really disappointed to hear that. Let's look at the devil. Why is the devil here? Bro, interesting. You want to know what I got? We have the Queen of Wands coming through to clarify the devil, which is Taylor's energy, Sagittarius. We have moving onto calmer waters, moving out of a situation that's not emotionally fulfilling with the Eight of Wands to the King of Wands. The King of Wands energy came through for Travis Kelce. And I see here the star. So I feel like this has something to do with, Ten of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Interesting. So that actually might, the situation I just mentioned to you is happening now. So he's feeling right now with regards to Travis and Taylor that they are, when she transitioned into a relationship with Travis, it brought a lot of insecurities his way, and he had to stand his ground. He had to stand on what he knew and what he felt, and he had to continue to move towards singleness or just focusing on himself. So this was a temptation for him, what happened recently. Is that what's going on, Spirit? We have the Hermit and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, he's going inward because he's feeling like he's getting hit in all directions by the information about Travis and Taylor, and he feels like he needs to come back into balance. And I feel like he needs to get away from the situation because people are starting to insert him, or not starting to, but will continue to insert him into the conversation about Travis and Taylor, and he feels like it's tempting for him because he wants to stand his ground. He wants to tell people the truth or tell someone something about what's going on, but he feels like if he does, he gets into the moon. He gets into like his fears. He starts looking, he starts obsessing over this. He needs to get out of this energy and not worry about what's going on with Taylor because it's really messing with him. I feel like he's going to get out of it though into success because that's what's coming through in the dream. I'm hearing dreams, so he gets dreams about them. Specifically about Taylor, he gets dreams about it. And I feel like he almost might have had a premonition about this happening or had some heads up about it happening. Yeah. Something about travel is coming through. I don't know if he traveled. Why is the Six of Swords coming through so many times, Spirit? So we have the Page of Wands. So, yeah, he had to, in order to be fruitful, he had to move forward physically, like he traveled somewhere just to get away from the situation. So he physically traveled. Please let me know what you guys know about this, if he's like traveled somewhere specifically around this time when the news broke out about her and Travis and all of that. It feels like he had like a heads up about it. Could be a mutual friend that told him about what was going on. But let's get into how he feels about both of them. Okay. Let's see, Spirit team. Interesting. This came through again. he really has confidence. This guy is really confident. I feel like he almost can come off cocky to some people, even though he's really not. I don't feel like that energy. I feel like it's like his backup when he feels like hurt is to recluse back into what he has, his physical abilities or his physical resources. Something about that coming through. He has a lot of people he knows. Like, he's very well integrated into some society or societies. Let's keep going. Spirit, what is Joe Alwyn's external feelings towards Taylor? What are his external feelings towards Taylor? What are his external feelings? External feelings towards Taylor, Spirit. External feelings towards Taylor. Okay, what are his internal feelings towards Taylor? Internal feelings. What are Taylor's external? Ooh, she has a lot of feelings towards him. More so like she doesn't know which to pick. Okay. What are Taylor's external feelings towards Joe? What are Taylor's external feelings? Wow. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Internal. Whoa. And what is Travis's? Ooh, okay. External feelings. It's just the way these are coming out is interesting. They're sticking. Okay. Internal feelings. Okay. Let's get into it. I feel like I need to look at the bottom three and the top three, so let's get into that. 6 of Pentacles is at the bottom, as well as the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Swords. Between the 3 of them, there's this need for balance between all of them. There's this thing where there's love involved in the three people, the 3 parties. They each have love for someone, right, in the mix, but there's so many illusions and so much confusion. It almost feels like a cesspool. Interesting. It's like almost like a dating pool. I almost feel like there's just so many feelings and thoughts going between all 3 of them that it's a mess. So the 7 of Cups is telling me that it's just a lot of illusions in this group of people. When we have the top 3, okay, look at this, guys. We have the 10 of Swords, really painful ending. The 4 of Swords, getting away, running away from something, and very quickly. So it's almost like, okay, so Taylor, she went into this relationship with Travis basically like she was like, she ended something really, really deep but painful, very troubling with regards to Joe. And when she did that, she pretty much just you know, like when you get a case, like a case profile, someone just closes it and just says, we don't know what happened, let's just close it. She closed it and she just opened up another case with Travis and ran into his arms, or ran into the idea and the notion of him. And I feel like she just kind of like threw 6 of the 10 out in order to rest. The 6 of Swords means that she just traveled away. She just got away emotionally from Joe, but I feel like that's not the way to heal. So something about her closing it off real easy, or real quick, I should say, not easy, is significant. Interesting. I just hear case closed, and I feel like she's more closed off than he is, to be honest. External feelings that Joe has towards Taylor is the 6 of Cups. Externally, he feels like she's still a dear friend. He feels like she is like a soulmate to him, someone that he looks to and he like wants to crown something. Like he wants to give a gift to her, wants to love her, wants to show her love, because I feel like that's him, and that's him extending like a flower to this girl. And I feel like they're both just he has like a really externally, I should say, has a really sweet energy surrounding her. He'll always look back on her fondly, is what I feel at the end of the day. What does Taylor feel externally, guys? Death. She feels like the situation is over with. She feels like it's long gone. It's an end of a chapter and a new road is begun. She feels like she wants to make sure everyone knows externally that it's over. It's over. So she has death. Wow. That's like a real strong finale. He feels more like he has the love and wants to extend that to her. And that's why I feel like there's like some communication that he wanted to have with her. I don't know if it went well. It might have already happened. I'm feeling like it already happened, guys. And then it didn't go well. But what is his internal feelings towards her? That damn Page of Pentacles again, which is like the card of wanting to, he's very practical about the relationship that he had with her. He wants to retain some form of friendship or have some form of like a tie to her. I'm just feeling like the sense of him wanting to hold on to her in some way energetically, and then just wanting to build something with her, even if it's a small little playground is what I'm hearing. He just wants to be able to know that they were once players or once lovers, were once like really close to each other. He just wants something to still hold on to, like a souvenir. Interesting. And what does Taylor feel towards him? The moon in reverse. She feels like she sees things clear as day now with regards to him. He's not a mystery to her anymore, because the moon in reverse can either mean chaos, like just a lot of illusions, or it can mean that there's now like clarity. And I feel like with the moon in reverse, it's saying that she sees him clearly now. Clear as day is what I'm hearing. And I feel like I need to do a card for each of them. What card would you like to give with regards to how Joe feels about Taylor in all? Whoa. Joe feels not for you. He knows that she's not for, Joe knows that Taylor's not for him. What does Taylor feel? And I'm hearing like ruse. Oh, he feels like it was all a ruse, but he still played the game. He still loved her the same. And I'm hearing it lyrically, so he's very good with his words. Happy. She's feeling happy right now, guys. Taylor is feeling happy. She's feeling like she's flexible, like she has something that's a lot more catered to her personality and who she is. That means she's happy with right now with where she's at with Travis. Higher power tells me that she's also like seeing this as something that came for a reason, like it showed her something, or the situation with Joe came to the conclusion it did for a reason. We also have breathe. She's also trying to find peace, and she's trying to mellow herself out and balance herself out. And that's been helping her. I think they both received a lot from this relationship, and I feel like they received a lot of knowledge after the relationship ended. Now, with regards to how Travis feels about Joe, let's look into that. Externally, he feels like he can communicate with him. He feels like he's very open and he's honest. He's very open to talking with Joe. He would not be against it. It feels like he's very open to the idea of coming across his path and saying, hey, how are you? Nothing negative so far with the external feelings he has towards him. What is his internal feelings? We have the Knight of Swords, another card about talking. This guy wants to talk to Joe. Okay. Please clarify Travis, his energy towards Joe. Is there anything else that I should know? The Chariot. This guy wants to talk to Joe. He wants to come over. He wants to he has this openness to him. He feels nothing, like no sense of like challenge or feeling like he's some competitor. Not at all. 6 of Wands. 7 of Michael and 3 of Raphael. He wants to like toast with him, be friends with him, or befriend him. He feels like he's already won. Like he already has Taylor's affection or attention, and he's not like, what is it called? He's not insecure about that. We also have Epiphany, the Hermit. He has spiritual insight. He has growth. He's grown a lot. And I feel like he recognizes that he doesn't need to fight for her. And that's what I'm getting. Like he feels like there's no need for him to try hard to look like he doesn't like him, Joe specifically. He feels like he won some. I don't like talking about Taylor and objectifying her, but it just feels like the energy of someone who doesn't feel like you're a problem, like Joe's a problem. He doesn't feel like Joe's a problem at all. But what's interesting is the 7 of Swords here that says there is a better course of action available to you, and working alone may not be the best answer. I feel like he would go to Joe, if anything, to talk about what didn't work and to understand Taylor better. If anything, I feel like he would want to learn from Joe specifically. Let's see. Let's look at this. Let's just, for fun, let's just look at Travis and Taylor. How does Travis, his spirit team, if you're able and willing to talk to us, please help me understand, how does Travis feel about Taylor externally? Because that'll give us an understanding of whether he's coming from a place of like, I'm good. Oh, yeah, externally. And what's his internal feelings towards Taylor? Wow, guys. Okay. Whoa. This guy, he's not giving up on Taylor. So externally, he has the 6 of Pentacles and the 8 of Cups. He externally feels towards Taylor like she's his balance, like she's helping him balance and vice versa, and that they're moving out of really difficult or painful situations in the past. He feels like she is a gateway, like she has been helping him so much in moving forward. What his internal feelings are towards her is the Sun, the Sun, the 7 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. He feels like she's an option, and he feels like he just gets a lot of joy just being in her presence, just being around her. He feels like the sun is like finally shining on him. Like he feels like he has some joy, some excitement coming through. We also have Judgment in the 5 of Wands, which tells me that he also feels like he can fight for this. He feels like he's willing to fight for this. He's feeling like this is something that is helping him like feel like he has a purpose, more of a purpose. And I want you guys to know that I already know he has other things going on and that he has other things that he loves. But I feel like this relationship helped him gain a renewed sense of purpose. Is there anything you'd like to say with regards to the trajectory? Because it seems like Travis and Taylor are learning a lot of things already, and I feel like they're getting and receiving a lot of benefits from this relationship. What is the trajectory for Joe Spirit Team with regards to Taylor? Like, what capacity will we be able to see these two in? And then we'll get into love. They're going to have their guard up. We also have the 6 of Wands. I feel like what they're going to be doing is they're going to have to put more caution tape around each other. Like, I think they're going to be more like focused on themselves, and they're going to be protective of their energy. I don't see them doing anything risky in the open or in public. He's going to move out of this energy. I feel like he's still lagging a bit. Like Taylor closed the chapter with regards to the two of them, and he still opened it and kept it open. He's still feeling this 10 of Swords energy. And I think it's important that you see that you experience, you have to experience those 10 swords in order to get to the 1 again, to clarity. He's learning and jumping. He's learning and choosing not to jump past the difficulty, past the pain. He's dealing with the pain right now and addressing it before he gets into another relationship. And I'm hearing ozone. So he's trying to like either break the ozone layer, like break off like whatever energies are still persisting, like things that he's had to heal, and he's taking ownership for the healing process. With regards to love, what would you like to say, Spirit? Is there a love interest? We already know what he should be doing, but that doesn't mean there's not someone else. So let's touch base with that. The Lover's at the bottom. Is there a lover or someone that's caught Joe's eye at this current moment in time? 6 of Swords. I would say that, interesting, one more card, Spirit, because there's two things I'm thinking of. Nope, there's been offers. People offered themselves to him, but he ran away. He literally said, I'm moving away to heal. I can't deal with that. I need to focus on my own leadership. Focus also on self-control. He's been trying to control his desires because he knows that if he gets into something, it's not going to be something he can commit to fully. So he's actually like very hesitant on opening up to that, and he's not even seeing the offers. Sometimes people are noticing that he's not truly interested and they're like not asking, or like a friend will basically talk to them for them and tell them no, he's not interested or he's not open to that. I'm just getting the energy like there's walls up with regards to him. Okay, so I hope this helps you guys understand the situation a bit better. I do want to see what you guys think, so leave a comment if you'd like to below. Also like, share, and subscribe so that people can see this message. I do these messages as often as I can, so I will be putting out a bunch of them this week. I have a transition coming up, so if you guys don't hear from me for a bit, it's because I'm just focusing on getting my new place situated. But I really do love doing these, so let me know what you think and add any other recommendations below as well for me. But this is what I'll leave you guys with, so you take care and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.